What are you looking at? Oh yeah, video. Hi fans of high quality entertainment. I have created a list of what I consider my 100 favorite people, basically, in rock and roll music or entertainment. Music related. Musicians, singers, just individuals that have influenced my life in some way. And they're in no particular order. But I've listed 100, and so I'm kind of reversing this. Near the end, it took me a while, who else? And then a name would pop into my head. So it kind of starts. Actually, in a way, though, it's like number 100 is David Byrne from Talking Heads, and I absolutely love Talking Heads. So there you go. Just because he's number 100 doesn't really mean much. Here we go. David Byrne. Jonathan Richman. I don't really talk about Jonathan Richman, but in the late 70s, early 80s, I used to buy Jonathan Richman and the Modern Lovers albums, and I haven't since, but I love his music. Tom York, lead singer for Radiohead. I love his vocals. And Johnny Greenwood, I love his guitar work, especially on the earlier Radiohead albums. Roy Orbison, one of the greatest singers. Patti Smith, I love, I have her first, actually I don't have Horses, but I have the following, I think 4 albums of hers, and I absolutely love them. I need to get Horses, I've never actually heard it. Jim Dandy, I used to be a huge Black Oak, Arkansas fan back in the early 70s. Harry Nilsson, one of the greatest singers in music. Love him. Zal Cleminson, the lead guitarist for the sensational Alex Harvey Band. Back in the day, they put on the greatest live shows. He'd have this clown makeup on, and he would do these funny antics. And also included is Alex Harvey, the lead singer, of course, of the sensational Alex Harvey Band. John Kay, lead singer and writer of Steppenwolf. Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone. I love the early songs of theirs. Robin Gibb and Barry Gibb of the Bee Gees. Not putting down, I forget the name of the third brother. He's great too, but I love the vocals, especially of Barry Gibb and Robin Gibb, and of course as songwriters. Roger Waters from Pink Floyd. Elton John, yes, great, especially the early 70s stuff. Bruce Springsteen, one of my favorite albums of all time is Tunnel of Love, and I also like some of his other music too. Joe Strummer from The Clash. Elvis Costello. Tom Petty. Eric Clapton. Lemmy from Motorhead. Robin Zander, once again a great singer from Cheap Trick. Brian Wilson, the great songwriter and singer from the Beach Boys. John Fogerty, Mr. Creedence Clearwater Revival. Bob Dylan. Thank you. Robbie Krieger, I know from the past somebody has corrected me and then I said it. End up saying it wrong when Krieger or Krager of the Doors guitarist. Rod Stewart, somebody named Jim Morrison, lead singer of the Doors. Ray Davies of the Kinks. Roger Miller, great country musician. Johnny Cash. Joe Bouchard, the bassist and singer for Blue Oyster Cult. Alan Wilson from Canned Heat, and Bob Haidt from Canned Heat. Neil Young. Jimi Hendrix. You know what? I think I have Elvis Costello twice. I knew I would probably repeat somebody. Yeah, I have him twice. So I'm going to include, I was actually thinking of this, I was going to include Eric Bloom, the lead singer, or one of the main singers of Blue Oyster Cult and guitarist. So instead of having Elvis Costello twice, Eric Bloom. Grace Slick, great female singer from Jefferson Airplane and Starship. Paul Rogers from Free and Bad Company. Tina Turner. Fergal Sharkey, the lead singer for the Undertones. What a unique and amazing voice, just like mine. Ozzy Osbourne, mainly for the Black Sabbath years, but I respect his solo years too. I just never really got into it. Bill Ward, drummer for Black Sabbath. Geezer Butler, bassist and main songwriter for Black Sabbath. And Tony Iommi, the amazing riff master from Black Sabbath. Billy Gibbons, lead guitarist for ZZ Top. Yoko Ono. Steve Howe, the amazing guitarist from Yes. Chris Squire, the amazing bassist from Yes. John Anderson, the amazing and very spiritual former lead singer of Yes. Captain Beefheart. Steve Hackett, former guitarist for Genesis. And he's still performing today, doing a lot of Genesis-based music, and he's doing a great job with it. Bill Collins, drummer and singer for Genesis. Peter Gabriel, especially in the years he was in Genesis. Jane Siberry, a Canadian songwriter that I've always loved. Neil Peart, Geddy Lee, and Alex Lifeson from Rush. Freddie Mercury, Roger Taylor, and Brian May of Queen. Now, I left out John Deacon, the bassist, but total respect to him. I mean, he's great. But there's just other artists in this 100 list that I guess I like more. Alice Cooper, Roger Daltrey, John Entwistle, Keith Moon, and Pete Townsend of The Who. Robert Smith of The Cure. Randy Bachman of The Guess Who and Bachman Turner Overdrive. Burton Cummings of The Guess Who. Chrissie Hynde from The Pretenders. Randy Newman. Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull. Mickey Dolenz. Lou Reed. Steve Marrowett from Humble Pie and The Small Faces. Van Morrison. David Gilmour, the guitarist for Pink Floyd. John Bonham, John Paul Jones, Robert Plant, and Jimmy Page, all four members of Led Zeppelin. Mark Mothersbaugh of Devo. Angus Young, the amazing guitarist from AC/DC. And all three members of Grand Funk Railroad, Don Brewer, Mark Farner, and Mel Shocker. So some of these in the last 13, they've really influenced my life. As is some of the ones I just mentioned. Albert Bouchard, Buck Harma from Blue Oyster Cult. Keith Richards and Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. Ringo Starr, George Harrison, John Lennon, and Paul McCartney of the Beatles. I should have left off Ringo Starr just to see, just to read all the complaints. But I love Ringo. Okay, so David Bowie, of course. Russell Mael and Ron Mael, the brothers from Sparks. Elvis friggin' Presley, who I would not have mentioned even like a month ago. Not that I didn't respect him or like him, but it's just me doing these reaction videos and watching his stage performances. I've just gathered up a new total respect for him, and I love his performances and his music. And Frank Zappa. So, like I said, not in any really particular order. I could, but it would take like 85 hours. So that's my 100 favorite artists in rock music. Who did I leave off the list? And you're really peeved that I did. Let me know in the comment section below. And also, let me know who are your main favorites in rock music. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.